Hi, hello. On with the show and being human and overwhelmed and sad and stressed and anxious and empty and grateful. So grateful. I am so grateful that you are watching this right now, that I am healthy, that I have a wonderful family that loves me and supports me. Oh, God. This can't be a mess today. Anyways, I have set up a membership on my YouTube channel. If you would like to and you're able to become a member, I would greatly appreciate your support if it is within your means. I get it, not everybody can. Hey, Ryan. I am too much of an empath when things like the last 60 hours or so happen. It's just so hard, especially because I just consume so much media. I consume media, I absorb things. It does get to me when it's not even about me. Hey, D. Anyways, I'll finish talking, but I'm gonna switch this to members only mode. If you can, please become a member. I stream live on YouTube every weekday, Monday through Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. And yes, to address the elephant in the room, I am wearing a Justin Timberlake t-shirt. Ironically. I needed that laugh. I'm not a fan, but hey, Osfly girl, somebody gave me this and I wear it. And you know what? I'm just gonna share the love for a moment. I'm so thankfully, I really appreciate the opportunity that YouTube provides me on so many on so many levels, because this is super real and intimate and raw, and I don't have to pretend. If I was doing a TV show, there would be different expectations of me, both from the audience and from my bosses. But I am my own boss here. Hey, Adam. I am my own boss, and if I don't have to fake it, I'm not going to. So I just want to send everybody love. And I hate talking about politics, because I hate politics. I hate politics. I hate politics. Politics is like a necessary evil. But I think our system in the United States is broken. And I don't think it'll ever be fixed. And that's the most depressing part. Americans deserve better. We deserve options. We shouldn't have to vote for the lesser of two evils. We shouldn't have to vote for the candidate that sucks the least. I wish we could just abolish political parties and it doesn't work that way though, because most people are lazy. Not most, but a lot of people. I won't say most, I apologize. But a lot of people are lazy. It's easier and quicker for them to just choose, oh, that person's a Republican, that person's a Democrat, well, I'm gonna do this. Most people don't either have not most, sorry. Some people don't have the energy, the desire, or the time to really research a person and research their history and research their positions on things. So I get it, but then it leaves us in the situation where we are now. I don't like Joe Biden. I wish Joe Biden would drop out. I don't like Donald Trump. And it seems all but sure now that Donald Trump is going to win in November. Even if Joe Biden drops out, I don't know if any Democrat could beat Donald Trump right now. I mean, I would like to be wrong. I could be wrong. I was definitely wrong with my prediction that Donald Trump would choose his son, Don Jr., to be his VP pick. Not accurate, even though I'm almost always right. Instead, he chose J.D. Vance, who is very young. I think he's just 39 years old. Is he like a rich kid also? What's his backstory? J.D. Vance. Let me look. I don't know anything about him. I want to know early life. He did serve in the Marines. I know that. Oh no. Oh wow, this is interesting. His childhood was marked by poverty and abuse, and his mother being an addict, a drug addict. Vance and his sister, Lindsay, were raised primarily by his grandparents. Interesting. He must have done really well for himself, though, because he did attend Yale and he became a lawyer. Hey, MK. He served in the Marines for 4 years and took part in the Iraq War. Oh, he's fairly new to politics. I'm gonna actually, this is not too bad. I wonder what'll happen there. He worked with this very like powerful gay named Peter Thiel at a venture capitalist firm. I think Peter Thiel is a conservative gay guy. And then he was an author, made the New York Times bestseller. Oh, and it was made into a movie. How interesting. I don't know jack about this dude. Oh, wow. He's only been a senator since 2023. He's gotten the fast track. He wants to ban abortion. Well, whatever. Anyways, I want to state that what happened this weekend in Pennsylvania was atrocious, horrific. I denounce it. There's no excuse for it. It's a miracle that Donald Trump is alive. A miracle. Like, it's, the bullet literally, it hit his ear. It grazed his ear. If he would have just moved or not moved, like, I am not one of those people that would have celebrated his death. I believe that we should work through our differences with discourse, not with fists or guns. And thank God nothing worse happened. According to the authorities, this gunman had explosive devices in his car. Who knows what else he had planned or was capable of or would have done. Explosive devices in his car. and that one firefighter did lose his life protecting his family, his wife and child that were at the rally. And that's an excellent question, Ryan. I absolutely think the Secret Service failed the president. Just today, there has been video circulating of rally attendees, spectators at the rally, that were alerting. I don't know if it was a random police officer or a Secret Service person or whatever, but attendees there for 86 seconds, a minute and a half before the gunman started shooting, people nearby that saw him started to make a scene and a noise and alerting the authorities. It should not have taken 86 seconds. Like, one of those people should have gotten on a walkie or whatever, ASAP, and like, it's wild. What I've read is that internally, the Secret Service today, their unofficial response is that they are understaffed, that they don't have the resources necessary to do the job as it should be done. Well, get it. Get the resources. You should have said something beforehand. Don't wait till it's too late. Hey, Texas Kit Kat. It's awful. It's awful. It's awful. I'm still not well. I mean, I was processing all of that. And then the death of Richard Simmons, which is sad, but it's not, some tragedy, I think he was still young. I think he was still too young. Richard Simmons was only 76 years old. And there is only speculation at this point as to what exactly happened or may have contributed. He did share earlier this year that he had skin cancer. Richard did. I don't know anything other than what he said. I don't know how serious the skin cancer was. I don't know if it got into his blood or whatever, but 76 is too young. And I hope he was happy. I think that's just the wildest thing ever since he disappeared from the public eye. He was prior to his disappearance, Ryan, but yeah, I read that, Dee, but I don't know if that contributed, we have to really, I'll talk about that more tomorrow, because I want to get all the information. I would honestly, not leaving my house seems like prison. Like, why would he choose that? That's what I don't understand. Why would he choose a life of confinement? Because we all know, you who follow me are smart. We know if Richard Simmons over the last few years would have made any public outings, he would have been photographed by random people or videoed. I doubt it, Osfly girl. I doubt it. he would have had his photos and video taken. And there haven't been any. That's a prison sentence. But the good thing is, you know, he knew he was loved and he helped so many people. And I don't think I'll ever be an introvert. Well, I am a bit of an introvert. I can be reserved around in parties or whatever. I can, keep to myself or just be with my friends, but I think reserved and introverted are two different things. Does that make sense? Like, I still want to be out in the world and seeing shows and getting stimulated and hopefully able to drive, especially here in Vegas, because in the summer it'll be way too hot to walk places. And then Shannen Doherty's passing. I don't think this is talking out of school. Um, it's pretty obvious you could put the pieces together yourself, even if you didn't know what I was about to tell you, which is yes, this was not unexpected, but it was sudden. It was sudden. She just launched a new podcast less than a week ago. She just launched a new podcast with Holly Marie Combs. And she had plans to do other things as well. She really thought she had more time left, which is so sad. Because if you think you have more time left, maybe she's used the last few years already to say goodbye to people, but I'm not sure. She didn't have children, but she had a lot of very close friends like Holly Marie Combs, Tori Spelling, Sarah Michelle Gellar was another one of her very close friends. I wonder if she said goodbye to them, probably not is my guess, because like I said, I feared this was a sudden thing, even though, she knew it was terminal. Her breast cancer had spread to other parts of her body. And she was just 53 years old. And such an icon, like lucky enough to be on multiple shows that really were major pop culture moments. From 90210 to Charmed to Little House on the Prairie before that. I have like the worst headache. Not a headache. It feels like pressure. I have the worst head pressure. It feels like somebody's just squeezing the center of my brain. Like not a pinch, more like it feels different than a headache. It just feels like pressure. And Shelley Duvall passed away also. She also, I think, was the same exact age or maybe a year younger than Richard Simmons, the iconic actress from The Shining and Popeye and Nashville and so many other movies. She allegedly died from complications of from diabetes. Um, and Dr. Ruth died. Yes, Dee. Yes, Dr. Ruth. But she was 96 years old. It's still sad, but God bless. What a life. How lucky. That's the way to go in your late 90s, having done it all. And I would think that by 96, 96, I'm not even, if I live to be 96, I'm not even at the halfway mark yet. I'm 46, so 90, well, 48. 48 would be the halfway mark for 96. So did she ever have children, Dr. Ruth? I don't think so. Oh, wow, how interesting. When Dr. Ruth moved to the United States, she worked as a maid. She worked hard and worked her way up. Yeah, I don't believe she had children. Also, speaking of children, I have a random question. Authorities have said that the gun that the gunman used at the Trump rally belonged to the gunman's father. Is there any kind of like I know if you have minor children in the house that legally you're required to secure your weapons. But what if your children in the house are legal adults over the age of 18? Are you still required to secure your weapons? Is the father of the gunman whose gun it was he, is he going to be held accountable in any way? Would he be? Dr. Ruth had 2 kids? Oh, why did Wikipedia not show me that? Oh, she did have 2 children. That was not in the first paragraph. She had 4 grandchildren. Wow. 3 marriages. Wow, she did a lot. Hey, Ananda. Anyways, it's been a wild few days. I do know that if somebody has mental health issues, a gun owner has to make sure that the gun is secure. It'll be interesting if that gunman had a history of mental illness. And I don't care. I don't care that he was bullied. That sucks. It's unfortunate. It should not have happened. But that's not an excuse to attempt to assassinate a presidential candidate or anyone. Thankfully, it's not all negative. There is some positive to talk about also. Last night in Florida, South Florida, Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello were hanging out. This after Camila posted a silly video of herself lip syncing to one of her new songs. with lyrics that said something along the lines of, you never give me peace of mind, so I had to give it to myself. Hey, Wendy, you never think it's the right time until I'm good with someone else. And then on the video, she wrote, I'd still hit it. Sean saw that, and I'm sure they've been hitting it since then. Ladies, if it's on and off, and it should not be that way. It should not be on and off and on and off. They've done that already so many times. But hey, if you're, and also, I was gonna say something related to the sex, but you can get intimacy from anyone. Why get intimacy from somebody that you have really deep feelings for? Hey, Kay. I feel like that would just trigger me, especially when it doesn't work out again. And that soccer match was so wild. The Copa America, did you guys see that? So many people stormed the stadium without tickets, causing quite the disturbance. Lots of arrests. People were even going in through, I saw the air ducts, like the air vents. What? They destroyed this escalator. Savages. Salvajes. But thankfully, there's some true positive soccer news, which I'll talk about in a second. Well, actually, I'll mention it now. Over in the UK, Prince William was at a big soccer match with his son, Prince George, while his wife, Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales, was at Wimbledon. It's an annual tradition for her. I think that's the main reason why she did it. You know, she didn't go to Taylor Swift. I believe she's still trying to conserve her energy, not do too much, just focus on healing with her own cancer journey. Although I do find it interesting, she obviously, you know, she looked happy and she looked healthy, resplendent in purple, but she looked very thin. She's always been thin, but she looked, you know, even more thin than normal, which is, you know, understandable. She's been going through a lot. And I'm not trying to be an alarmist. I just don't know if it's the safest thing that she could be doing. She was there without a mask. Somebody going through cancer has a compromised immune system, right? Isn't that exactly what chemo does? Like, and then afterwards it's still not at 100%. Like, chemo is attacking your own immune system. And I would have thought, I understand the trooping, the king's birthday celebration. She didn't really have to interact with people. That's a good point, Texas Kit Kat. She is outside, but she still is directly next to people. She was seated next to people, so it's outside, but still, And also when she, when she was entering the building and in the building, she wasn't wearing a mask either. I didn't see any. I saw her being escorted. I saw all of that. I didn't see any photos or video of her wearing a mask at any point. And that's fine. I'm not criticizing her. I'm just saying, is that the safest choice? Hey, Elizabeth, I'm not doing very well, but trying my best. My head's gonna explode. Um, it also feels really hot in here. Let me make it cooler. 1 second. Okay. Um, it was lovely to see her. And I'm pretty sure it meant a lot to people. Also at Wimbledon was Julia Roberts and her husband. Hopefully that'll put an end to speculation that they're divorcing. I don't know how that started. You think it might have been Taylor Swift fans that started that rumor? There's literally a rumor going viral that Julia Roberts and her husband are divorcing. They were at Wimbledon together. Hey Tiffany, and looking very much in love. I don't believe Julia Roberts would put on a fake show for people, you know? But yes, if you remember, a reminder, Julia Roberts' husband did leave his, oh, that NT lawyer started the rumor. That guy makes up so much crap. He can't be trusted. He's not a trusted source. That guy makes up so much. I don't understand why he still has an audience. But that's very helpful to know, KT. Yeah, Julia Roberts' husband left his ex-wife for Julia. Remember that? Bloop. Bloop. Also, speaking of the British people and in the UK, according to reports, Adele is going to be moving back to the UK soon. She's lived in Los Angeles for, I think, over a decade now, and she's done her time and is going back to her family there and her friends and whatever makes her happy. This 22-year-old model accused Kanye West of sliding into her DMs, wanting to hang out. I believe it. I'm sure that Kanye and Bianca have an open marriage. Oh God, some Katy Perry news. It's even worse than I could have imagined for Katy Perry, and she is desperate. I don't know if you're aware how predictions work, but that's a great question, Kay. Is Adele's man going to the UK as well? I don't know. He's a big sports agent. Maybe they'll try the long distance thing? That's a great question. So, predictions work based on statistics, based on numbers. They are able to extrapolate based on how well it did the first day and how well it did the second day. Then they can say, okay, based on day 1 and day 2 and day 3 numbers, it should perform around this way. And Katie's new song that she's been hyping for about a month or longer is expected to debut in the bottom half of the Billboard Hot 100. That means not even in the top 50, in the bottom 50. Don't know, obviously, an exact number, but that's bad. And you know what Katy Perry just did? She just released an EP. Let me show you this. I don't want to play it, but this is not a joke. Literally, this came out today. The Woman's World EP with 6 different versions of the song. The regular version, the BRB woman version, the doing the most woman version, the transcendental woman version, the superwoman version, and the naked woman version. God, Katy could literally release 20 versions of this song, and I don't think it's going to save it. It's dead on arrival, sadly. Can I mute myself? Let me mute myself for like 10 seconds. I want to hear if it's like drastically different. Hold on. This is just so dumb. So dumb. There's one version that's just her vocals a cappella. There's another version where it's like chipmunk voice, where she's sped up. It's like a sped up version of the song. This is just so dumb. Oh, God. Whatever. Nobody, Ananda, nobody. Some positive news. Britney Spears is living full-time with her brother. Very happy about that. I think he'll be a very positive influence on Britney. Brian Spears, her older brother, has moved in, and I think that's a good place to end things today. Something positive, especially about somebody that's been through so much. And I wish all of the good things for you. I don't know if Queen J. Ray watches the replays, but if she does, a shout out to her. I've missed her. I haven't seen her on here in a while. Thank you to everybody, not just those that subscribe. But if you can become a member and support my channel, I would greatly appreciate that. I'm going to pin a comment to this video. The pinned comment will have instructions on how you can become a member if you want to support that way. If not, just watching is amazing and a help. You can also comment once the premiere is over. The premiere is just members only, but everybody can comment once the live stream is over. Everybody can like, everybody can share. Please do that. And remember, I go live on YouTube every weekday, Monday through Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. I send you all a big hug, okay?